Well, it's that time of year. We got graduation. We got a whole lot of parties, end of the year stuff, performances, and we've got SEC baseball. Welcome to the third Saturday in October, your SEC water cooler podcast for the rest of us. Find us online, thirdsaturdayiNoctober.com, social media at TSIO Pod. You can also support the show by sharing this with a fellow baseball lover, football lover, basketball lover, sports lover, SEC lover, because it's Mother's Day, mother lover. Can we say that? Or if you hate Alabama, share it with anybody who loves Alabama, because we're going to hate on Alabama. That's what we like to do.
Well,
I am Bradley here with co-caster Jared. Jared, how are you?
I'm good. It's that time of year also where college football teams recruit high school students, and a alumni of your high school is committed to the University of Alabama, and
Yes.
that's not something that I'm personally happy about.
No, me neither, because he chose Alabama over Tennessee.
Yeah, he chose poorly. So let the record reflect that. But let's not hold back, Bradley.
Yeah, let's not harp on that he's a Tennessee legacy and all that, whatever.
Well, they still have time to flip him. I guess that's the good news. So.
Hey, but by the way, heroes come in all sizes. This is something that I like to say in memorial of a little boy who passed away about 6 years ago, battling cancer. But it's true. Heroes do come in all sizes, and some of those sizes are graduating college in your 40s. Congratulations, Jared.
I think I know where you're going with this. Yes, I did. I did graduate this past weekend. It was not from an SEC school that we love, but it was from the University of Maine at Presque Isle. And I took my wife, my daughter, and my mom, and we flew up to Maine, and it was cold. It was really cold. It was in the 40s.
So gross.
Yeah, just imagine being up there in Maine and watching some UFL football in the cold. So, but yeah, it was good, man. I'm glad I got to go up there and do that, and I had a good time, and met some other online classmates and stuff, and that was kind of fun. But other than that, yeah, it was quick. It got up there Friday night, got up there late, did the stuff Saturday, did the graduation, and then literally flew back first thing Sunday morning. So it was in and out. But yeah.
Hey, but you should celebrate because you completed something. That's a big milestone.
Yeah, that truthfully, college was something I wasn't sure. I love to support college sports, obviously. I'm on this podcast, but I wasn't sure college was for me outside of me supporting college sports. But who knew? There was a plan for me, and I found it and worked through it and got it completed. So I am grateful to be able to tell you that and tell our listeners that. So.
Well, some people take a gap year. Some people take just a little bit longer. And
hey, better late than never. In fact,
exactly.
One of the things that inspired me to go back to school was another podcast that I listened to, and the co-host is in his 50s, and he went back to school. And I listened to that, and that kind of sparked me. I was like, okay, I need to, probably get this done, and found some ways to do it. And now I have a daughter who's 15. She's going to be eventually looking at schools, and it'll add some credibility. And I tell her, well, maybe you should consider this, And it's like, oh, Dad, he don't know. He didn't go to college. Well, you can't say that. You can say other things. You can't say that.
Yeah. No, be better than me. That's what you're trying to say. And
she's going to be better than me by default, I think.
Well, it makes you feel any better. My uncle, who's one of the smartest people I've ever known, went back to med school and graduated med school after he was in his 40s.
Wow.
So he went to med school in his 40s.
That's humbling. I commend him for that. That's not an easy thing to do. So.
No, and he has said too, because he's been a mechanic. He was a microbiologist, and then he's currently an ER doctor. He has said that he liked being if I don't drop my phone.
But even if you do, yeah.
He he has said that he liked being a mechanic better because the patients don't talk back and they don't lie. Um, I guess that's true.
Well, and true. I guess in the bad day of being a mechanic, you don't have someone pass away on you. My light went out. Yeah. So I'm having light issues, technical difficulties today, but
Well,
that's not going to stop us.
no. Technical difficulties have never stopped the third Saturday in October.
Yeah, there we go.
Uh, quick update. The tournament has started for our Cal Ripken League, baseball league. We lost our first playoff game, so we play again tonight. And we'll see how that goes. Double elimination means win or go home. And I'm very proud of the kids.
Yeah,
Every time,
regardless of this game, you guys have had
yeah,
a great season. So
no, it's been great, and I know it's great because every time we huddle up after the game, I say, "Who had fun? Me, hey, ha!" And it's just they're having a big time. So, go Pirates,
that's what it's all
and
about. Yep.
and we'll see how far we go in this tournament. Um, we're getting close to SEC baseball tournament time,
Yeah,
and it it's it. There's a lot of good baseball going on. If you haven't been watching, you need to pay attention when the tournament starts because Georgia just clinched the SEC regular season title. They are currently ranked fourth in the country.
yeah, they're no joke.
The current SEC standings are Georgia, A&M, Texas, Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Mississippi State, Arkansas, Ole Miss. Those are your top 9. They are all ranked in the top 25. Then you have Oklahoma, Tennessee, Kentucky, who all have 30 plus wins. Then you have Vanderbilt and LSU, who both have 29 wins. And then you've got South Carolina and Missouri, who are just under 500. But that is a lot of winning baseball in the top 14. I mean, even in the entire SEC. But and anything could happen. Tennessee loses a series to Kentucky, and then turns around and Kentucky, who is currently sitting a game behind Tennessee. So Kentucky beats Tennessee, but then Tennessee turns around and beats Texas, who is number 6 in the country and number 3 in the SEC. Anything could happen.
That's a really big series win for them, right?
Yeah. Auburn is 5th in the country and 5th in the SEC, 35-15. That is
Yeah. No,
no joke.
the all Auburn Tigers are playing some of the best baseball they've played maybe ever, and we'll see what happens. But they had a really good weekend. They had a series win against Mississippi State, which we know is no cupcake. And the week before, they beat Texas A&M in a series. They lost one game to Texas A&M. They lost one game to Mississippi State. But it doesn't get any easier because then they got Jacksonville State at Jacksonville State midweek, and then they got Georgia. This is before we go to Hoover. So I don't know if even I don't know what outcome could happen in Hoover that would maybe make our increase our chances in the NCAA tournament, but or the regionals or whatever. But I mean, they've played really well, and it's nice to see them playing this good going into the off season, so, or the
Yeah.
postseason. Excuse me.
I mean, you could. I don't know what was this set up to be. I mean, Florida is 19, Alabama is 18, but the other ranked SEC teams would all be hosting regionals, and because there's 16 regionals,
Big
8
Wild
super regionals.
Alabama's and Auburn's regional. They're playing in Auburn.
Well, yeah, we'll see how they kind of break things up.
I try to keep them close somewhat, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in some ways it can be like March Madness where
Mm.
you got somebody, you
Yeah,
got games for the South region being played in Indianapolis, and it doesn't make any sense to anybody,
yeah,
but Indianapolis is paying big money to host. Um, I mean, this is a scary SEC. And as I've said from the very beginning, this was going to be a tough draw for Tennessee this year, breaking in a first year head coach. Um, I think Elander's done a decent job. Uh, I think if you're going to if you're going to cut your teeth, this year may not be a bad year because competition's so good, your team's so young. Go out there, just don't hold anything back, and learn how to be a head coach. And you're kind of playing with house money at that point. And Tennessee's done well. Would I've liked them to clean up some things? Yeah. I mean, I hate going into extra innings against Vanderbilt and then losing. I think it was like 16-6. You give up 10 runs in an inning, and there's no way you're coming back from that. Um, Getting swept. Um, some of those things is just you hate to watch. But I think Tennessee has done a pretty decent job of hanging in there again with younger players. There's one senior who's been there all 4 years, and that's hard. There's not a whole lot of leadership on that team, and now you host Belmont tonight, who's no slouch, Sick and Bruins, and then you travel to Oklahoma, who you're kind of on par with on paper. I want to see Tennessee go on the road and win a series. That could really boost things going into the SEC tournament starting on the 19th. It's going to be a fun 5 days, 5 6 days.
I'm hoping you get to enjoy some of the games. So at least
Yeah,
on TV, right? So
yeah.
yeah, I'm not going to Hoover, but yeah.
No, it's a lot of fun watching SEC baseball. So if you have the chance, do check that out because it is well worth your time. Um, oh, it, Baseball's so great. I I don't know. I mean, Georgia has looked so good this year. Georgia's 21-8 in the SEC. They are 4.5
That's
games
really
ahead
that's incredible. Yeah.
of um, both A&M and Texas, who are sitting in tied for second. Um, can Georgia keep rolling? I I don't see why not.
No, they can.
But but
Well, they gotta they
but
gotta they gotta beat Auburn. So let's see what happens.
yeah,
This is in Auburn. So
that's going to be a really really good series. It'll
yeah,
be interesting to see how Georgia comes out because they have wrapped up the SEC. Are they going to coast into Hoover, or are they going to lay it all on the line? Um, that's one of the things about baseball is you have to, you know, in football, people can especially in the NFL sit out those last few games,
yeah,
try to heal. In baseball, you're trying to save arms for your pitching staff, and no matter what you do, you still have to go pitch at least 8 innings if
Yep.
you're the home team. Um, 9 or more. So,
But if the other team's bat is on fire, you got to
yeah,
dig into that bullpen. That can affect later games. So,
yeah. That is the big thing come these tournaments, both the SEC and the NCAA Road to Omaha. You have to manage your arms because you throw an out or two today, maybe you can come back tomorrow. It really depends on the pitcher. It depends on what your needs are, but you want to save those arms as much as you can. And deep bullpens, starting rosters who can go deep into games, that's going to be your key for postseason success. It's not like the regular season where you play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 games in a row, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then you've got a couple days to rest. You play Tuesday, and you can kind of throw somebody who you're trying to um, get a little extra work, and then you got several days before your weekend comes back. No, you're going pretty much every day. It becomes more of an MLB type schedule, and you really have to manage those arms. So it gets really fun here because no longer can you just go out there and win with 1 or 2 good arms. You have to have a stable. And can Georgia do it? I don't know.
yeah,
Um,
they have a good team, and if Auburn takes them lightly, uh, they may not, appreciate the outcome. But Auburn, I think is proving they're built to make a run. So
they are. And I never count out Mississippi State. There's a
no,
reason that they are just a perennial uh,
yeah, I was really, really
baseball
happy
program.
with Auburn being able to win a series against Mississippi State
Yes,
at in Starkville, by the way. So that, yeah, that was pretty
that
epic.
is huge.
And one of
Uh,
the games was a rule run win or whatever.
yeah,
So there's that.
that those always feel so good.
Yeah.
I never count out Arkansas.
Hmm.
They've got a fantastic coaching staff. I never count out Vanderbilt. Even even in a down year where they're ranked 13 and they're still 29 and 24. That Tim
Yeah.
Corbin is a really, really good coach. I mean, I think he's Hall of Fame caliber, and we will see what his team can do in the tournament. It is, it's been so much fun to watch. Honestly, I wish I could have watched more of the season. It's been a lot of box scores and highlights, but
You know what? That's okay though. Yeah, it's
it
fun.
is
It's fun
okay.
to follow, even when you can't see everything. And I try to, when I miss games, I try to watch highlights on YouTube and stuff, and still enjoy it, even though I may not be able to watch full game. But I do hope to, be watching
X is
some
your best
tournament
friend when
now.
it comes to baseball because it
It
is
is, yeah,
a good way to
yeah.
follow the
They
sport.
always have the highlights. I'm catching the Auburn highlights on X, if I miss the game, and yeah, it's great. So
Yeah. Um, Changing gears a little bit. Spring football has wrapped, and now we're just in this waiting game, and I I still don't know what to think because all this talk out of Knoxville about, I mean, I guess just casting doubt on the quarterback situation. I went into spring thinking, all right, this is George McIntyre's you know team to lose, and some of the rumblings I'm hearing is, did he lose it? Is Faison really that good? I I don't know. I still think that George McIntyre gives you the best option to win right now. As long as that offensive line can keep him clean and keep him healthy, I think that's with his frame. My goodness, I think my stick figures are fatter than he is. Uh, but
Hey, that competition's going to put Tennessee, I think, in a good place. Or that fire, uh, keep everybody on their toes. But yeah, I'm not worried. I think Tennessee's going to be just fine. Come, time to play. I'd be
yeah,
surprised if that's not the case. So,
I think I've said this before. I'm really interested to see what our defense does.
mm,
Um, because I know the defense coming in, the defensive scheme is one that can take a while to comprehend. Um, and I know there's also been talk about players getting homesick, and I don't know. I mean, part of me's wondering how much of that is just as Nick Saban would say, rat poison. It's just the media
yeah,
talking. Um, I
man, I find it hard to listen to that when some of these players are making what they're making. So,
that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's
you
like,
can kind of grow up a little bit and stop worrying about home.
yeah,
And then off season you have the portal if it's that bad. But
I mean, with that kind of money, you, especially in Knoxville, you can move your family down here. I
yeah,
don't care how big the family is. You can move them down here for the money that they're talking about.
what
He's
they're
getting.
making, yeah,
Yeah,
these guys, yeah, they're okay. They'll be all right.
they. I tell you what, they're doing better than you and I are right
Oh,
now.
they're doing a lot
Uh,
better. Yeah,
they can afford gas. Uh, oh, it hurts so bad when I
yeah.
had to go.
Filling up a tank is not my favorite thing to do at the moment, but yeah.
When I was seeing three digits before that decimal point filling up my truck, I was like, oh,
Ouch, ouch.
it's like I didn't realize I was filling up at the diesel tank. Oh, it's not the diesel tank, or diesel pump. It's, oh well.
Well, yeah, there's going to be some gas prices that going to need to go down uh, prior to November. I know that's for sure. But
Yes.
we are in the moment we are in, so we will just make the most of it.
I know that trend on social media of playing Iris behind, nostalgic pictures of yourself. Uh, Somebody did that, but it was gas prices from the 90s, and oh man, it I was not buying gas in the 90s, but I do remember
Oh
all
man,
all
such
the
a
hubbub
such a
when
change.
gas went over $1.
Gone are the days, and they probably never will return.
No, it
Yeah.
hurts. It hurts so bad.
You could consider going electric. Maybe that's the way. I don't know.
So my dad does have an electric Hyundai SUV,
Okay.
and it does have a sport mode. It's nothing fancy, but dang, does it have some get up and go. It's really fun for especially getting around town, short distances. But for where my in laws live, and especially what I have to do for work, at a moment's notice, I could have to drive 2.5, 3 hours, and
Oh, that's probably not. Yeah, your best bet then.
if I'm not, over half charged, I'm gonna
Yes.
be
Yeah, you gotta stop and
out of
charge.
luck.
Yeah.
But they are fun. They're really fun. I I don't need to get into all the alternative energy discussions. That's not this podcast,
Well,
but I do have opinions and things that I wish could get developed more fully, more quickly, things that may have the potential to take the place or um, help with gas issues. But
Well, this won't solve what you're describing, but if Tennessee goes on a nice run here in the NCAA tournament in baseball and they bring in some of these recruits that they're in the running for, I got a feeling you're gonna sleep a little bit better tonight. That's probably what's gonna
yeah,
happen. So,
I guess higher
and a Pirates victory tonight would be nice.
yes, go Pirates.
Mhm.
I guess higher gas prices do help Tennessee more than most universities because one of Tennessee's biggest donors, the Haslam family, owns Pilot Flying J, and
There you
the
go.
higher the gas prices, the more money they're making.
Well, that feeds into the NIL for Tennessee, and maybe there can be some good things that come from this.
So
It just won't be
maybe
when we're at the gas pump. So
yeah, maybe everybody just needs to keep buying gas, especially from Pilot Flying J.
probably going to happen either whether we demand it or not. So
I know it is crazy how much we drive
mhm.
these days. And I mean, I walk and bike when I can, but it's cities aren't well, rural areas, suburban areas are not built for walkability. Um,
No, and
uh,
especially if you're spur of the moment, hey, I got to all of a sudden drive over to this town an hour away. Yeah,
oh,
it is what it is.
yeah, king of spur of the moment right here. That's me. Oh, by the way, some of these baseball fields are really spectacular.
Yeah.
Um, my short list for stadiums I'd love to go see a game in. I've already seen games at Vanderbilt, but that would be on my list. Um, Lindsey Nelson Stadium in Knoxville for Tennessee, obviously, but I, Mississippi State,
Yeah.
LSU, those are two of the top programs. I would love to go see something there.
Well,
Arkansas's got a winning tradition. I think that'd be fun. As much as I hate Florida, I'd love to go see a game down there. Um, I've been to Texas's stadium. Have not watched a game there, but Texas and A&M. I mean, there's good baseball down in Texas. So those are a couple places that I would love to go one day and check out. We may have to make that happen.
I think so. I think we might even be looking at a TSIO road trip, in the next in the upcoming seasons. So never
I
say never.
I wouldn't hate it.
And it wouldn't be with an electric vehicle either.
No, no. Uh, although if you rent a vehicle,
Ah, there's an idea.
I haven't rented an electric vehicle. So when you rent a gas vehicle, you have to return it full or
Yeah,
wherever
how does
it
that
was.
work if you rent an electric? You have to charge it up, I guess. Or do you? Hmm.
I, I don't know.
Well,
I'm I'm
sounds like
traveling
you got
next
a
month.
upcoming you got an upcoming trip. You may get
I I do
something
have
new
an
to
upcoming
try.
trip. I don't know if I'm going to be the one renting the car. If I do get to rent the car, I'm going to be doing some investigation
Where are you
because
heading?
I will be headed to the Tampa Orlando area.
Ah, you're only 3 hours from me. So
Yeah,
hit me up. Let me know when you're in the area.
to a golf resort called Stream Song,
Hmm,
which is
I'm not sure I'm
a,
familiar with that.
look it up. It is really really cool. And I
Stream
know this
song, like
Stream Song and
stream like a river and song like I'm singing.
Stream Song just like you used to on Napster. Um,
And like I
it's
still do. Yeah.
uh,
Stream song resort. Here we go.
it.
Okay. Yeah, doesn't look too
I've got a
shabby.
networking event down
Bowling
there,
Green, Florida. I don't even know where Bowling Green, Florida is.
and let's see. Options were golf, fishing, skeet shooting.
There you go.
I know for a fact I'm no good at skeet shooting.
Okay. So
Uh,
maybe you won't do that one. Is that what I'm hearing?
I know that I'm at golf. Um, and,
I love that. That's great.
and
So it's you know what? You're kind of in between Orlando and Sarasota. That's where that is. That's an interesting spot. Okay. Cool.
it's awesome. I just remember my dad went years ago, and he said if you ever have the opportunity, go. It's awesome. And my boss came to me, hey, are you free um, in June? And I said, absolutely, I am. He said, we're
Well,
going to Stream Song. I said, I'm definitely available. So,
yeah.
really looking
You
forward to
found it
that.
in your heart. Yep.
Yeah. And
Very good.
so we'll see how all that shapes out. We're trying to figure out travel schedules. But if I'm the one who has to rent the car, I'm going to see if I can get something electric just to have fun. If you haven't driven an electric vehicle, it's different because you take your foot off the gas. Can you call it gas?
Yeah.
Uh,
The accelerator. Yeah.
yeah, you take your foot off the accelerator and the car starts to brake because
Yeah. That's
whenever you
weird.
take your foot off the accelerator, it's wanting to charge the battery, and it does so by applying the brakes ever so slightly. And so, if you want to coast, it's not truly coasting. You still have your foot on the accelerator just a little bit,
Yeah.
and especially when you back up, it it feels like you're driving an oversized golf cart.
Yeah. It takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, but it is fun. You can get from here to full speed in no time. Um, everybody should try it, and it's not for everybody. But if you are staying close to home, it's not a bad option.
Go
Think
ahead.
about it. Consider it.
Fair enough. Especially
Oh,
with these gas prices.
oh man.
But may the good Lord bless Flying J.
Yes. Uh, please, because yes.
Hey, I'm seeing
Um,
Tennessee in recruiting battles. I'm paying attention. I'm on Instagram. I'm seeing, on X, Hayes Fawcett's like this player's about to commit, and here's the schools that they're looking at. And I'm seeing Tennessee in a lot of these battles, man. So I'm not going to win them all, but it's nice to have Tennessee in the running. So speaks
yeah,
highly of Heupel and crew.
I and knowing that it was between Tennessee and Alabama for this linebacker, um, that's and I've heard other people say this. That is what makes Heupel not just a good coach, but a great coach, because good coaches only focus on their side of the ball, and in Heupel's case, an offensive guy, you would expect the offense to be good, but you're going to have down years. And in those down years, can you rely on the other side of the ball? Good coaches, no. Great coaches, yes. Look at Nick Saban.
Oh yeah,
His teams were built on pro style offense, run the ball, control the clock, and play great defense. And then the Nick Saban rehabilitation program finds this former head coach in Lane Kiffin, who's an offensive genius, and he says, "Hey, maybe I'll reinvent myself at Alabama and get this guy." And I knew when that happened, the SEC just needed to look out. And Nick Saban, for the most part, ran an offensive program. Now they still played stout defense, and a lot of his defensive players, not necessarily his, but ones that would have gone to Alabama, decided to go to Georgia instead. And Georgia was the one who took over the stout defense. Let's play a pro style offense. Um, thank you, Kirby Smart.
Yeah,
But I mean, no defense gave Georgia fits like Alabama did while Nick Saban was there. And even still, since then, no team gives Georgia fits quite like Alabama does. It is still quite the matchup.
that's true.
Oh, that it there's never a dull moment in the SEC. Um, I haven't heard as much about basketball, which is fine. I've been hearing enough about baseball and a little bit about football to keep me quite well entertained. Um, Jared, how are you feeling just as we kind of wrap up the baseball season? How are you feeling going into this last series against Georgia?
I feel that well, before they get to Georgia, Auburn has to play Jacksonville State at Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State has beaten Auburn already once this year, so they're a good team. They're ranked in most or in a lot of polls. And then you get past that game, and then you have Georgia at home, and I'm feeling good. I think for Georgia to walk away from Auburn with a series victory would be remarkable. So I'm not ready to bet the farm, but I'm leaning toward Auburn on this weekend. So
No,
I think they're on a run, and yeah, I don't know how long that's going to last, but I think when they're at home, I think they're going to be able to. I think they're going to be able to figure it out. So Auburn's a good team.
they really are. I'm going to try to catch a little bit of that series this weekend, um,
Nice.
if I can. There's going to be some good
Yeah.
baseball on.
But like we said, highlights on X, highlights on YouTube. Uh, I've been enjoying the UFL. I know that's blasphemy for some, but I have actually been watching UFL games, and not every play of every game, but I've kind of tuned in here and there, and I've enjoyed it. So yeah,
That's
maybe
awesome. No,
maybe enjoy a little spring football if you're down. So
hey, if I had not had to get my kids to bed, I would have stayed and watched um, what looked like 10 or 12 baseball tonight on one of the neighboring fields. Um,
nice.
it's sports is just fun,
Yeah.
and yeah, if you really love it, you can watch any age group, any division. It's
Well,
fun. So no,
and then you got we didn't even bring up the fact that Lane Kiffin ran his mouth a little bit about Ole Miss. I don't know if you saw that or heard about that, but kind of interesting. Lane never said anything about Ole Miss when he was cashing his checks, but now that he's left, he can bring up the not so beautiful potentially racist past of Mississippi. Uh, I just thought that was kind of interesting. But if you're not aware of
well,
what
if
I'm
it
talking about, just go look up what Lane Kiffin said recently, and you'll find it quick. It's pretty interesting, funny.
well,
Um,
if it's a day that ends in Y, then it's a day that Lane Kiffin has did something newsworthy. Um,
he's burned every bridge you can imagine in Mississippi. I can't even believe it. It's kind of cool, but whatever.
yes, that is Lane Kiffin for you.
Man, I hope
Um,
things work out for him at LSU because man,
ooh, if they don't,
he's gonna be a he's not he ain't got no fans and he's got very few fans in Mississippi. I'll put it that way. He has not done himself any favors. So
no, agreed. It is.
some of those Mississippi
Uh,
boys know how to hunt too. So
oh man, you better
come
believe
after
it.
they'll come after it.
They got some hunting dogs too. Oh, it
Oh my
is.
Lord. Yeah. It's wild. But and then this doesn't really have much to do with anything we've been talking about, but I saw on ESPN the highlights from the NBA playoffs, and Wemby, the player from the Spurs, he threw this nasty elbow in a recent
Yeah.
game, got ejected. I think he's out for the next game. But man, that elbow is nasty, dude. It felt like I was watching WWE or something. Um,
And on
Pretty
Wimby, that
wild.
is one bony elbow.
That's a bony elbow. He's a big dude, and he cracked that guy. So I'm glad I wasn't on the receiving end of that. So
No kid. Um, Going back to people in Mississippi knowing how to hunt and having hunting dogs.
well, they do.
If
I
you
got family there. I know.
if
So,
you do own a dog and you take that dog in a vehicle, especially a truck, on a regular basis, Gunner Kennels, created by an Ole Miss alum, are the best dog kennels made.
huh.
They're j- Go to their social media and you will see wreckage that dogs have walked away from because they
Well,
are in these dog kennels that are over engineered. But Addison Edmonds is the guy who started that and was a high school classmate of mine. Went
nice.
to Ole Miss, went hunting, and knew that he needed a safe way to transport his dog Gunner.
Well, I like the fact that he felt that way, and I'm always happy to keep dogs safe on and off the road. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, Hashtag this podcast is not sponsored, not by Pilot Flying
not yet.
J
Yeah,
nor Gunner Kennels, but
or by
I
vitamin
do,
water. So, yeah,
yeah, or Titleist golf balls that I found on a walk through my neighborhood the other day.
but if they decided to, yeah, tell them
Yes,
how to hit us up, Bradley.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's no stopping you, and it's if you do want to sponsor the podcast, it's really easy to get in touch with us. I'll
yeah,
tell you how easy.
so easy.
You just find us, you can just email us podcast at thirdsaturdayinoctober.com or find us on thirdsaturdayinoctober.com or find us on social media at TSIO Pod, or you can find us on Venmo at TSIO Pod. Send us $1 and then send us, how you want to sponsor the podcast. You can also find us on buymeacoffee.com/TSIO Pod. Plenty of ways to be a sponsor.
Yeah, you can't begin to imagine how generous Bradley and I can be. So you
Oh,
try us and see. So yeah,
you want your logo sunburned into my chest? Say no
Bradley,
more. It
Bradley
would not.
is your guy.
It would not be the first time. I will tell you that.
And Bradley's going to be at that lake this summer. He's going to be getting some sunshine. So,
Oh,
you
you
know,
better believe it.
yeah, may as well cough it up.
Mom and Dad got a new dock
Yeah,
because
beautiful
over
dock.
the winter
I've seen the pictures. It's amazing.
tree fell like right in the middle, just smashed to smithereens the old dock. Thank goodness
That's
for
the old
insurance.
dock, but not the new dock. Yeah,
Yeah. New dock is still in good shape. And it's gonna be ready to rock this summer. I'm hoping that I do not have to climb the stairs. It's 100 steps from the dock up to the house.
yeah. It's more fun going down than up.
It is not. Uh, let, let's see if I can figure out how many. Oh, can I do this quickly?
It's okay if you can't.
On Sunday, 44 flights climbed.
Oh my.
And on Saturday, 35.
Well, that is
That
yeah, that's a lot.
there was a lot of stuff that needed to get taken down to. Luckily, it was mostly being taken down to the dock. But a lot of steps covered.
Hmm.
There, I think 100 steps is 2.5 flights, according to my watch. Plus, I was having to get up in the loft of the barn and Yeah, there was a lot going on this weekend in preparation for Memorial Day, 4th of July, just summer in general.
Yep.
It's going to be a good summer. And half that summer, better be watching SEC baseball,
Agreed.
in college baseball. All that to say, I'm going to say it again. Heroes come in all sizes. Roll Vols.
War Eagle, Bradley, thank you. And go Pirates.
Go Pirates.
Tailgate, man cave, living room, pregame, burgers, ribs, chicken wings, chip and dip,